Every single resident supposed to be living in this house has been accounted for. It turns out this family was out of the country when the fire happened. Now, it all began around 10:30 on Monday night when neighbors reported the sound of an explosion. And by the time fire crews arrived, the house was fully engulfed. Now, Peel Police, they were able to contact the family fairly quickly, and it was initially believed that the house was empty. So, as you can imagine, it was quite a surprise when a body was discovered in the wreckage. Now, we still don't know who this person is. Right now, the coroner is working to identify the individual.
There should be no one inside. So right now we've got the difficult task of trying to ascertain who is the individual. We don't have particulars yet as to age or gender as mentioned, and our investigators are trying to follow up with that. So if there's anybody that may have been coming by the residence to check in on the place, as is common when people travel, that's something that we're looking into right now.
Okay, so here's a live look at what's happening at the scene right now. Heavy equipment moved in this morning. Crews are now taking apart this house piece by piece, not only searching for evidence, but also to ensure that no one else was inside when the fire broke out. Now, I did speak to one neighbor named John who lives right next door, and he describes the powerful explosion and the chaos that followed.
It was a big shake, big bang. Actually, it was a shaking like a tremor. Yeah, it was really powerful. We were opening the door and looking out. We saw a blaze coming out of that home.
What did you think was going on?
We were not sure, so immediately our response was to just run and escape ourselves. So then called 911. In between, my son was doing, and one or two neighbors also woke up similarly, and then they also tried to call 911, and then emergency response showed up pretty fast.
Now, John and his family right now, they're staying in a hotel. There is significant damage to their home. Just how extensive that still has to be examined. And visually, I can tell you that we can see just how powerful this blast was. So we've seen shattered glass, window frames, bricks, shingles in neighboring backyards. And, you know, some homes even had their downspouts blown off the side. I can tell you that there was a lot of relief in this neighborhood when residents heard that this family was okay. And then there was also a lot of shock when they learned that this body has been discovered. So right now, the fire marshal's office is here, and they'll be the ones investigating the cause of this fire. But right now, it's just way too soon to say if this explosion came before the fire. And at this point, it will take some time to identify the victim and get some of those answers.